But for now, let's just get you up and running and show you how to work this thing. So first of all, your box should look similar to this. Plug in your HDMI, plug the power cable in, HDMI to your TV obviously, and then your hardwired Ethernet cable if you're using that. If not, I'll show you how to hook up your Wi-Fi. So get that hooked up, turn it on. You'll eventually see a screen like this. You're also going to have your remote here. First things first, you can change the colors by hitting FN and F2. Those will allow you to change your colors. Pick something you like. I should note that you need to turn it on. The on switch is up here. Make sure this is fully charged. It should last you about 2 weeks. You don't have to turn it off because it will go into sleep mode. If you want to save even more battery, you can. It charges with the cable in the box, and any sort of phone charger will work fine. The controls on here are pretty simple. Up, down, left, right, and OK. This is your back button right here. It looks like a mouse. I'm trying to focus this in a little bit better for you guys. The back button is right here. That's the mouse. And then there's a home button here, and that will bring you back to the main menu at any point. The volume is right here, up and down. There's your volume. And all the rest of these are obviously just keys for typing. And this is a touchpad, which you don't really need to use very often. I'll go over a couple other... Oh, there's the mute button as well here. We'll go over all of this as we move through this video. So first of all, now that you know how to use this controller, go ahead and... Oh, another thing on this controller, this does not require a line of sight, meaning it works almost anywhere in your house. I prefer this one over the little controller that comes with it. You can use this under the covers. You can use it just about anywhere. You don't need to point it at the screen. Do whatever you want, but I prefer this. This is how your startup screen is going to look when you plug this thing in. Now, as always, we suggest you always leave them on. Don't turn them off. Just leave it on. It works better if you leave it on. Right in the bottom left-hand corner is that little TV screen, little monitor-looking thing. You're going to click that, and that brings you back to your familiar menu. As long as you don't turn this thing off, it will always stay like this. If it gets turned off, you'll just have to go ahead and click that little TV. All right. We have to set up our internet. If you're going to do a wired connection, you just simply plug in your Ethernet connection, and you can skip this part. If we're going to do the Wi-Fi, you're going to need to hook that up. So here's what we need to do. You're going to go over to that green, bluish gear. Some of you may have a slightly different menu, but it should all be about the same way. You're going to go to the gear and go ahead and click the gear. Once you click the gear, you go to Network and Internet, the first one at the very top. You're going to find your Wi-Fi as you would just with your phone or your computer or anything else. And you're going to go ahead and click on your Wi-Fi connection. And let's see, and you'll enter your password. So where it says Wi-Fi, I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it's going to pull up a bunch of different connections. Mine is New England Clam Router. I'll go ahead and click on that, put my password in, make sure it says connected, and then you can go ahead and back out. It should say connected right underneath your internet Wi-Fi name. Sorry. The KT2021 needs Real Debrid. They all need Real Debrid now. Real Debrid is $3 a month. It's the most important aspect of this. But before we do anything, I need you to go to the little rainbow here. I need you to click on that and run a speed test. You need to have at least 25 download speed in order for this to work correctly. So let that run. If you do not have 25 or more, you need to message me. We need to figure out what the hell's going on. So let that run its thing. Obviously, I have 98. We're well above that. In order to run 4K, you are going to need at least 75. You cannot run 4K videos if you do not have a download speed of 75. So if we install the 4K software and you don't have 75K down or 75 download speed, we're going to have problems. You're going to have buffering issues. So remember that. At least 25 to 30 in order for this to work. At least 75 or up in order to run 4K. If you're good there, let's move on to the next thing. The most important aspect is Real Debrid. If you have Real Debrid account already, you can skip this. If not, I'm going to walk you through Real Debrid. Grab your phone, grab a computer. You need to go to a website. All right, I'm on my computer. You can do this on your phone. You need to go to real-debrid.com. There it is. You can pause the video if you need to. real-debrid.com. You can also use the link that I may have sent you as well if there's any discounts going on. There's a Real Debrid link. Once you're on this website, you're going to go ahead and sign up if you're not already a customer. Go ahead and put your information in, blah, 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 blah. Make an account. Once you have an account, you're going to want to go to the top where it says Premium Offers. Click on premium offers, and we need to purchase this. Real Debrid is $3 a month. You must run this. It's freaking $3 a month. You're getting everything you need. Everything you need for $3 a month. So you can do a month, 3 months, 9 months, 16 a year, whatever that comes out to, half a year. I would suggest just going with the 90s. That's what I always get. Get 90 days at a time or get 180. Real Debrid is safe. It's been around for like 15 years. This is required. If you want to know the technical reasons behind why you need Real Debrid, you can message me. I'm not going to bore you in this video. But in order for everything to work, you need Real Debrid. So go ahead and sign up for that. Once you're signed up for it, pay for it. It's in euros, remember, not in American dollars. It's in euros, so it comes out to about $3 a month. Get that signed up. Once Real Debrid is signed up, you have your username and password, we go to the KT box. I lied, sorry. First, we're going to set up live TV. If you don't want live TV, you can skip this, although that's crazy and you're missing out. Live TV, it's basically every single channel on the planet for roughly $10 a month. It used to be called Cord Flippers. It is now called Big Bubba Biz. I don't make the name. I don't own this company. I don't run it. We just use them. So go ahead and go to that website now and sign up for your live TV account. Again, you would be stupid not to use this. You can kill off all of your other TV needs. Okay, so once you're here, you're going to want to go to Store. And you only need the basic here, okay? You don't need clear. You need Big Bubba Original, okay? And now the connections is how many KT boxes you have in your house or that you're going to use. You can spread this through your family if you have several boxes, so you can have 5 connections, 3, and so on. If you have questions, let me know, but again, I don't run this. Buy the basic, the original. You do not get clear. Once you buy Big Bubba and you pay for that, you will get a name and password, okay? At this point, we're now going to go do the Real Debrid and install your live TV. Using your KT remote, that's the keyboard one, and remember those remotes light up. F1 and or FN and F1, I believe, lights it up. You can change the colors and whatnot. You use the keyboard remote. Let's first do your live TV. Click on that icon. It may be changed at this point, but wherever that would be located. And you go ahead and type any name in you want up there. Your username is going to be sent to you from Big Bubba. Your password is going to be sent to you. Go ahead and enter both of those right now for the live TV. Once you're in with your live TV, there's a couple things we're going to do real quick. If you haven't done them, go to Settings. And under General Settings, you're going to want to make sure that Auto Start is turned off. Right up there. Okay, Save Changes. Then you want to go back over to Settings. That's the little gear at the top. You're going to want to go to Player Settings. You want to change this to Hardware Decoding. Very important. And click Save Changes. That's about all you need to do in here for now. That's fine. Back out with your back button. And we're going to go to Install EPG. EPG is your guide. That's what makes it look like Comcast or Dish. You'll have a full guide. Go ahead and let that install. And while I have you here, most of your remotes will look like this. This is volume up and down. You can increase the volume and decrease the volume on the KT box. This button right here, that little mouse button on the corner, that's your back button. That's the easiest way to back. So you have your up, down, left, and right, your OK button, and your back button. That's how you can move around. Very simple. And as I said, FN and F1 will change the colors on the remote. Now, once this is done, here are all your channels. You have 3,390 at this point. You go ahead and use your OK button. Go ahead and click on that, and there's your guide. Okay? This is just it's regular TV. You have all of your stations, movie channels, pay-per-view. You have all of the sports channels. You name it, it's all on here. Like it's ridiculous. It's here. I don't know why anybody wouldn't use this, and you're crazy if you don't. You can favorite your favorite channels. Once you find your favorite channels, you can hold down OK and go ahead and add the favorites. You'll get the hang of this. And last but not least, you can do 4 multi-screen. So you can add 4 shows. You can watch 4 football games at a time. You can watch 4 hockey games. You can have a movie on and football on, whatever you want. Awesome feature. Use it. These are great. You're not going to use catch-up or series or movies. Everything is just strictly live TV. Okay, so now that we got the live TV covered, let's do Real Debrid, the most important part of this entire thing. Okay, go ahead and enter your KT2020. Hit OK. You'll see the loading screen. There we go. Okay, I would suggest you leave this sit for about 1 or 2 minutes just to make sure there's no updates that have happened. Let it sit for a second, and then we're ready to do Real Debrid. Now you have to do Real Debrid 3 times on here, okay? This is going to activate Real Debrid. You go over to System, okay? And you're going to press down, and you're going to see a whole new list of things here. We need to do Fen Debrid Setup. Go ahead and click OK on that. Wait for it to load up. You're going to see this screen. We want to go to Universal Resolver. It's one click over. Okay? Perfect. Debrid. Not the right one. We're looking for Real Debrid. Not Mega Debrid. Not Premiumize. Real Debrid is right here. Okay? You're going to click Reauthorize My Account. It's going to give you a code. I clicked OK. Waiting for the code. There's the code. Okay, this code's going to change for everybody. It doesn't matter. You can't use my code. It won't work. This code now, you have to go to that website, okay, and you're going to type that code in. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer, wherever you signed in. real-debrid.com/device. So let's go put it in at my computer. All right, so on your phone or your computer, you'll see this. This is where you enter the code that you were given on your TV screen. Go ahead and enter that. After you enter that, you'll see a box that says allow. Go ahead and click that and then give it any name you want. It doesn't matter right now. I'm just going to click A. Whatever. Okay, done. On your screen, it will, if you didn't see it, it will say Real Debrid activated, and that screen will disappear with the code. Cool. That's done. We do this 2 more times. Go ahead and click your back button. Go to Systems, press down. Go to Seren Debrid Setup. Go ahead and click OK, and we go over to Accounts. You're going to go down, you're going to enable Real Debrid, and you're going to go to Authorize Real Debrid. Same thing's going to happen. You're going to do that again. Same website, put the code in, and you'll see it say Success. Same deal. After you enter the code, it's going to ask you to give it a name. Give it any name you want. It doesn't matter. You'll never use this or see it. There we are. Now, over on the screen, you'll see Real Debrid is complete. We're going to do this one more time. If by chance it just says working after this and it's not doing anything, go ahead and hit the back button to cancel that out. Not a big deal. Now we go over to Crew Debrid Setup. Click OK. We're going to go to Debrid Accounts. We're going to go to Real Debrid and Authorize. Same thing. Going to give you a code. Go to your computer, put that in. Go back to System. Press down, and you're going to go over to the right and find Clean Providers. All right, there's Clean Providers. Now at the top, you're going to do Clean All Settings. Hit OK. And then once that one's done, you're going to do Clear All Cache. Are you sure? Yes. And once that's done, we now back out and we go down to the bottom left-hand corner where the power button is next to the star. And you go ahead and hit that to restart the system. It might take a couple seconds to restart. Once it restarts, go right back in. Okay, we are done. Now I can explain how all of this works. You're going to want to pay attention to this because it's going to save you a lot of time and headaches. Here is your screen. I'll make this as quick as possible for you guys. All you need to worry about is favorites, movies, and TV shows, okay? Movies are movies, TV shows are TV shows, and you're going to favorite things so you don't always have to look them up. So, for example, TV shows. You're always just going to click TV shows. You do not have to worry about going down here unless you're changing things up. But by default, you shouldn't need to worry about anything. You go to TV shows or you click movies. If you want Disney Plus related stuff, you just click that. But you can find all of the Disney Plus under movies and TV shows as well. So let's say we wanted to look up The Office, okay? This is how I do things. You click TV shows. It should be fairly quick. You have all of these options. If you want to browse, I'm not a browser. I normally know what I want, but you can do that. You go to search. Type in your TV show. I'm going to put this down and type in The Office. There's The Office. I press OK. Give it a second. There it is. These are all of the offices. There's several from different countries, but we want the American one. So, in my case, I want to favorite this because I watch it all the time. I hold down OK, hold it, and we do add to favorites at the bottom. Boom. All right. Now I can click OK. I've just put it in my favorites. You don't have to always favorite everything. There's your seasons. You find an episode. I'll just do season 1. So we got the episode pulled up. We hit OK. That should be it. It's gonna scrape like it just did. It's gonna do this, and that's it. It should play. I'm gonna explain one very, very important thing here. No, a couple actually. We're waiting for it to play. There it goes. It's gonna play. All right. When this show is done, it's now set up to where you will play the very next show automatically. You don't have to push anything. You don't have to download anything. It's going to constantly play the next show after the next show after the next show unless you tell it to stop. Now, 2 things while we're in here. Please pay attention to this part. Very important. Go ahead and pause it and click OK. You're going to see this menu down here. This is where you can enable subtitles. The subtitles are right there. You would go ahead and enable them. Also in here, you'll find the audio section if you need to adjust your video audio sync. Everything by default should be set up. You should not need to mess with the audio sync. There's your subtitles if you want to watch this. Now, most important thing, sometimes you're going to get a bad stream. It happens. If you get a bad stream, back out of it. Again, very important. Now, hold OK on the episode you're going to watch. This is only if it doesn't play correctly. And you're going to go to Options. And you're going to just select the first one, rescrape, and select source. This will allow you to pick from all of the available streams instead of the computer basically doing it for you. So it will load up the streams. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. It just went through and got all of your streams. So now it's loading them up. All right, there you go. That's like the old school way where we would select streams. So just say the first one didn't work for whatever reason. 90% of the time you don't have to worry about this, but you would pick a different one in here. Also, if you're running 4K and you don't want to watch 4K because it eats up a ton of data, you would do this as well and not select 4K. Not complicated. You only need to worry about this if for some reason it doesn't work. Other thing, once you watch an episode now, it will actually put a check mark next to it. So this will keep track of the episodes you watch. We're almost done here. Back out to your main menu. Now, by default, at least as of this video, all you need to worry about is using TV and movie up here. These are just different servers. They're backups, basically. Unless you can't find something or something's broken, then you'll go to Saren or the crew. Okay? You'll just click on these and everything works the same. That's if something's not working. But by default, you're just going to click TV shows and movies. And like I said, we added Office to our favorites, so it's under favorites. Also, if you have kids or you don't want this here, porn is enabled by default. If you want to remove the porn and don't want kids to have access to it, you simply highlight over it, hold down OK, and remove it. That's how you would remove your porn. Last but not least, always, if you want to see if your Debrid account is enabled or how many days you have left on it, go down, go to movies or TV shows, click on that. Sorry, I lied to you guys. If you want to see if your Debrid account is, how many days it has left, you go down to Fen, click on Fen, and you're going to go to Tools. I lied again. It's Settings, and we're going to do Accounts. My Accounts External. Go to Debrid, go to Real Debrid Account Info right here. It seems like a lot maybe, but it's not. There you go. So my account is good until July. All right. That's it, guys. The new version of this will clean out itself every 3 days. You don't have to worry about cleaning anything. You don't have to worry about resetting stuff normally. The movies and TV shows that pop up above here, this is what other KT customers are currently watching. It doesn't keep track of your information or data or anything. It just shows what other people might be watching and what's currently popular through the networks that we're using. So that's that. I think I got everything covered. If you have any questions, let me know. If a video is not in English, you can change that under the audio options, which I showed you where the subtitle aspect is, but they should all default to English. Any other problems or questions, let me know. If you like this new build, if you're happy with it, please leave me a positive review on our Facebook group. And that's about it, guys. Enjoy. Let's get to watching, playing movies, all that good stuff now. Fen is our new #1 server. That is our choice. This is fast. That's what you're going to use always. You don't have to click Fen. You can simply click movies or TV shows. Saren is our #2 source. That's for watching TV shows like Netflix, and it will binge watch and go into the next TV show, so you don't have to click anything, just as before. And the Crew is basically our backup choice. I use the Crew for older TV shows. The Crew takes the longest to load anything. It's going to take some time, but you'll find very old shows or very old movies that you can't find with Fen or Saren. So what you'll always do is want to use Fen. If you can't find something with Fen, try the Crew. And Exodus is just a backup of a backup last choice scenario. Don't even worry about it. Let's show you how to look up a movie. So I'm going to go ahead and click on movies. And again, we'll go and click on movies. Now you're going to have all of these options. You can go ahead and click any of these and look through them and whatnot. You have most popular and trending and whatnot. This will show movies playing in the theater. However, two things with this. First of all, that's technically illegal. Second of all, they're normally bootlegged because they are in the theater, or they look like crap, or they may even give you a warning asking you to download some crap. That's because these are just Chinese bootlegged copies of these theaters and the movies. I don't suggest doing it. Go pay and see the damn movie in the theater, or just wait until it comes out or is about to be released, and you'll be able to find it here. So that's the thing with the in-theater movies. But back to this, you can look up movies by years, all of the years. You know, you want to see what movies were made in 1989, you can go inside year and then click 1989 and get all the movies from there. But for the most part, I normally go to search because I know what I want to watch. So you'll go to search, and you'll go up to new search, and let's say we're going to watch Forrest Gump. So I'm going to type in Forrest Gump here in new search. Now the thing is, when you type in a movie, it must be correct. This is not Google. It has to be spelled correctly with all the correct punctuation marks or any dashes and hyphens and this and that. If you're looking up a movie and it says it didn't find it, that's because you probably typed it in incorrect. So just make sure you got that spelled right. Capital letters and lowercase, that doesn't matter. So I searched for Google or Forrest Gump. It found the result for Forrest Gump. There it is. I go ahead and click OK again. Now I have a 4K enabled box here, so you're going to see 4K, right? If you don't have 4K, you're not going to see that. It should start at 1080p. So we click OK. And it will go down the list now, and it will find the best possible stream, and you'll be playing. Here you can see it's searching for the right one. Looks like it found it. It did. It's playing. And there we go. Forrest Gump is playing. It's starting to buffer up. I personally, as a trick, I like to pause the movie once it starts and just give it a minute or two. You don't have to do this, but it allows the movie to buffer. And in case your internet is slow or whatever, you won't have any issues playing anything. So there's Forrest Gump. It's playing. Looks good. Again, your volume is here. Volume down is here. And if you're watching TV shows, stick around because I need to show you something very important with TV shows. But let me go over a couple things here. There's your volume. There's that. You have mute right here. Pause is right here. To fast forward a movie, you use these buttons on this side. The more you press them, the faster it fast forwards. So if you press it once, it's 10 seconds. If you press it twice, it's 20 seconds. Three times, it's 30 seconds. So keep that in mind with the fast forwarding. There are a couple things here I want to go over for tricks, subtitles, and stuff like that. If you're a subtitle person, what you want to do is you want to bring up that bottom menu down here. You see that on the bottom? To do that, you simply touch the touchpad, and that will show up. Then you can go ahead and use your control bar down here, your remote, to move around on the bottom bar. We're going to go over these 4 icons over here because these are pretty important. The first one here, that's your subtitles. If you want subtitles on, you go ahead and click them on or you turn them off. On and off right there. And you can save by default. So if you always want subtitles on, you can just go down here and set it for default for all media, and you'll always have subtitles on for everything you watch. I personally don't like them, so I turn them off. Alright. And then sometimes you're going to have movies that are not playing in the right language. Some of them default to Russian or Polish or whatever. That's fixed by going over here to this little speaker. These are just like DVDs and Blu-rays. They have different audio tracks. Here's a perfect example. This one is in Hindi. I don't want to watch Forrest Gump in Hindi, so I go ahead and click the audio stream, and I would make that English. Simple as that. And while you're in here, the audio offset, if your lip sync, if the words, the sound is not matching up for some reason with the footage on the TV screen, this is where you'll adjust that. You can go forwards and back on that. You know, this all comes down to different TVs and whatnot. By default, it's set at 0.125, but you can go ahead and fix that. And again, you can set that as the set default for all media, and you'll never have to mess with this stuff again. There you go. And another thing to keep in mind is you can favorite everything. So you don't have to do this every time you want to watch something. Once you find your TV show, we're going to favorite it. Okay, here are the results for Breaking Bad. I want Breaking Bad right here. I'm going to favorite this so I never have to search for it again. Just highlight it, hold the OK button on your remote. You'll see this menu and go to Add to Favorites. Now Breaking Bad will always be in favorites. Let me back out and I'll show you. We go over to favorites. I can click them. And over on the right side, you see Breaking Bad. It's in my favorites now. I simply click it, and it will boot up Breaking Bad without me having to search for everything. Your porn is saved under favorites. And it's called XKT Fun X and XKT Fun X2. Both of these are your porn. If you want to remove these and don't want the kiddies to find them, just simply hold down OK and remove it out of your favorites. Now we've covered almost all of the TV and movie watching stuff. If you run into a problem, if your internet is working and something is not playing and things seem goofy, here is how you clean up your system. Do this again before contacting us with any problems. Simply go over to System, and if you click down on System, see all of these other categories, options. You're going to go over to the right, and you're going to see a bunch of these system cleans. You'll want to hit System Clean. Let that do its job. And you can clean individual servers as well. So if Venom is acting up or it seems very slow, you can come in here and click Venom, clean the crew, clean Saren, clean Exodus, and that should take care of any issues you have. Last but not least, for the TVs and the movies, you don't have to turn this off. As I mentioned, it's better to leave it on. If you want to go back to your main menu instead of closing out, just hit the menu button, and that will bring you back to the main menu. If you're having severe problems and you can't figure out what's going on, you really think something's wrong, once you're on the main menu, you can hit the back button again. It will bring you to this menu, and you can simply go over here to Clean Memory. Go ahead and click that, and that should wipe everything clean outside of completely turning off the unit. You'll see an option for the Google Store. If you do need to download something and from the Google Store, just make sure you sign out of the Google Store. If you stay signed in to this store, it may update applications on here, which will ruin the box, basically, and you'll be contacting us for some support. That will not be covered under warranty. So if you use Google Store, that's fine. Just make sure to remove your account after you sign in so it's not running. That just about covers everything for the TV and movie stuff. As always, there's going to be new things that pop up, and I will post them on the board or the website. If you're trying to play video games and you're interested in that, check out the other link for the video games. And keep an eye again on our website and our Facebook group. We're going to be offering several upgrades this time around. We're expanding the KT brand. We're going to have new remotes that have different features. We will have better game controllers. There's going to be a constant stream of new and cool things for your KT box. We also have the portable projector, so you can take all your KT games and movies on the go, and it's a little tiny projector that displays anywhere. And we also have the option, everything you see here, we can have this on your phone. So if you want to have all of this on your cell phone, take that to go to work or whatnot, we can make that happen too. Just reach out and talk to us. As far as your live TV and cord clippers go, I'll have a separate video on how to set up cord clippers to work perfectly for you. So check that out. Alright guys, thanks for watching.